Hello guys and welcome to another stone review. This time we're in Hytale. Oh my goodness, this is way too quick. I originally did one of these for Minecraft, if you've seen the video. In there I essentially showed off how all of the stones work and how they are rather inconsistent. In contrast though, after having done every single stone type in Hytale, and there are a lot, as you can see, they're pretty consistent. There's a few outliers, which I'm pretty sure aren't done, specifically on this end, just where they get a little wonky and not finished. But outside that, Hytale stone is super consistent. So let's start with like the base stone. This is just default stone you find under the ground. Can you find it down here? Or is it really dirt? It's like dirt. Nope, stone. See, just stone. Depends on the biome you're in, of course, but this is just kind of the default stone where you spawn in the world. We got stone. Okay. We got mossy stone. Yep. Cobblestone. What is going on? Oh, it's the air placement. Whoops, that's why. So we got stone, mossy stone, cobblestone, mossy cobblestone, stone brick mossy, stone brick decorative, stone brick smooth, and stone brick ornate. As you can see already, I'm pretty sure this is more consistent than Minecraft in terms of naming, because you have type of block and then modifier of block afterwards with a dash, which means that this has been like name schemed. Then of course you have slabs. Yellow in essence means that no block type has these, like, at all. So what I mean by that is there's no, like, smooth stone half slab, which is strange in my opinion. This should exist, really. There should be something here, but there's not. I can understand why moss doesn't really have them. Like, that's okay, you know, whatever. But this should be smooth stone. Then there is cobblestone stairs, stone brick stairs, as you can see, pretty good. Then we get up to pillars, and then walls, you know, okay. The weird inconsistency starts, at least for Hytale, is at pillars. There are sets with cobble pillars, not just stone brick pillars. As you can see, this is the cobble set. So everything up this line is cobble, and everything up this line is brick. Which means that for some reason we're missing these two. And like, it's not a huge deal. Maybe you're just, like, you don't need a billion pillars. Like, sure, whatever. Not a big deal, right? Just, it's technically missing, if you were to go off of consistency. Then you have the roofs. The roofs here are actually pretty nice. The cobble roofs are always slightly strange to me, because I don't know what they are supposed to look like. Kind of shingly, but then you have these, which just look more like shingles. These kind of feel Roman-y almost, or like ancient kind of style. Not 100% sure. Then you'll recognize basalt. This is usually something you also see sometimes, depending on the biome you're in. Usually a bit deeper than stone, like further down. Maybe just in the taiga biomes, like the Borea, I think it's called. You've got stone, cobble, half brick, and 3 ornates. I love that all the ornates are different. They're completely unique, as well as the decoratives. They're unique too. So you have, like, it kind of reminds you of Tough from Minecraft, this one, which is good. And then you have, like, some ornate little swirl thing, as well as, like, some weird, cool dragon. You even have this, like, strange, like, bevel, I'd call it? Yeah, bevel. Yeah, because it's, like, beveled inwards. I wish I could get rid of this highlight, sorry. Looks nice. I like it. Which is different from this one. So all 3 of these are unique, but I don't think they're all unique, all 3 unique across all sets, but whatever. As for if I like this set, this is good. Like, this is a really good, like, amount of variety, in my opinion. There's just so much of it that it's gorgeous. The other thing that I've noticed, is sometimes cobble actually differs. Like, blocks differ when you place them, as you can see. You have like 3 pink stones here, and then we have like 2 and a large. Then of course you have the 3 again. But then we only have 1. So you can see there's some variance between textures, but this we're not going to review every single texture change that exists, because some blocks don't even have them, as you can see. This one, just stone, brick. Back to Basalt, though. I'm not a huge fan of the dragon thing that they got going on here. It's not bad. It's just like, I feel like it would be a bit hard to use in a build, but I could see it being used in like a temple or something, like some Aztec or Mayan or some kind of style like that. So sure, has a point. Blue, to be clear, is basically it means it's missing mossy variants. However, I kind of don't think mossy variants are that important, which is why I've marked them differently. Because, like, they're just kind of maybe would clash too much. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I feel like they'd get too noisy. And normal mossy stone's fine. Like, there is volcanic stone somewhere over there, which has, like, cracked variants, and I wouldn't want cracked variants for every stone. That'd just be a little absurd. So I'm just marking them as blue to show that they're not the same, but not making them red, because that'd be a bit weird. Or yellow, because they're technically just not there across all sets. This is probably my favorite for path building, right here. This just makes such good paths, so this is a great block. These bricks are pretty good. I would say their tops are a bit cursed. Their sides, though, good. I'm not sure I'd use them for top blocks or like that. I think I'd just go with the stone cobble. This is I think this is okay. It's just, it feels a bit highbrow, like very polished, very highbrow, and I think that's good that there's variance here, because this feels very highbrow, but the issue is then, this feels kind of dingy. Like something you'd see in like an English stone wall. You know, just like big separation in style. That's, you know, that's fine. But then you get like the separation here, and it's like basalt pillars and the basalt base, and there's not really an equal. Which is kind of why I've marked these red. Then we have the nice these black, like deep black shingles, which are just good. Okay, they're very nice. Followed by these like lighter gray ones. They're good. Maybe more like for a wooden house. Well, this is like maybe more for like a more modern feeling house, I'd say. And you got, of course, the slopes as well. Good set overall. I'd say, at least in terms of which one I like more, I'd say I like stone more, but I like basalt cobble, I'd say more overall than this, but as a total set, this is slightly worse than stone. Then we have Quartzite, which is the kind of stone you see when you spawn in the game. It's usually like around you in the like little cave. As for it, I would say it looks pretty nice. It also has kind of like a little Aztec, maybe Mayan theme. I'm not geographically well nuanced in names like this, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting, you know? I would say the stone itself, I don't know if I'd really use it for much. I feel like it's a good stone just to be in the world as like a stone you see, like a boulder or something, you know? Like, it works. It's good. I don't know if I'd build with it, though. Like, I've built with pure stone, because it looks good. It's like a wall or something. You know, makes a good wall. But I don't know if I would use this for building a wall, necessarily. But maybe. Like, maybe a natural wall. Not so much a building wall. Cobble kind of also has a similar issue. I don't feel like it's good in terms of building walls. Maybe it's a good floor. Kind of has like a good, like, maybe a church floor almost. Yeah. Or like a path even. Yeah, that's good, yeah. As like a floor, this works good. Bricks. They're good. I feel like the color of the set's just a bit strange. It almost reminds me of like a rusted copper color. Like an oxidized copper almost from Minecraft. It's not quite, obviously, but it just gives that vibe to me. I'm not sure why. Whoops. This. Then we have the ornates. Look nice. Of course, the rest. We're not going to go over all of these. Will go over the strange. This, I like this a lot more than this one. It just looks more foundational. Like it's going to hold something to support it. This just kind of looks a little flimsy, in my opinion. Especially if you do, like, bases of them. Maybe they kind of almost look like short tables. This just feels like that would line a road that's, like, polished. Like a Roman road or something. Very nice looking. Best part of the set, in my opinion. Pillars are good, too, as you can see. Very nice. I don't think... Do they have a top pillar? Yes, they do. Okay, there you go, yeah. Looks good. Roofs... Personally not a huge fan of this texture here. But that's just because I haven't built with it. I'll be honest with you. I've not built with most of these blocks. I've literally just laid them out because I wanted to see what does this game have for building options. And it's ridiculous. This is just stone, to be clear. I did woods and I haven't finished them yet, but maybe I might do them in another video. Not 100% sure. But what I will say is the cobble, good. I like it. Nice little cobble roof. Then we get into a very interesting thing that Hytale does. This is why Hytale has such good stone variety. This is sandstone. This is red sandstone, and this is white sandstone. These are 3 separate sandstone types, which is ridiculous. So, sorry, here it was. Sandstone. This is almost like sort of bright yellow color, like orangey yellow. It's nice. I love the 3 ornate bricks, especially this one is so good. Sorry, the sandstone brick? Yeah, the sandstone brick variants. This is such a good base, like, building block right here. That is so peak, in my opinion. It's gorgeous. Then, of course, you have the smiley face one. I like it. It also has a nice top that's, like, separate, so you can make it a good floor. It's like some sort of Arabic design, almost. Has just a good thing. The top on this one being the same as brick is a bit of a shame. It's okay. I like the sides. Has like an almost good outliner design. Because a lot of these bricks and building blocks are just so good as outline designs. See? So like accents and little things that just add to a build and bring it alive. And that's what I really like about Hytale sets, is they're not just, here is sandstone, here is cobble sandstone, and here is sandstone brick, and this is the only 3 you have, right? Like, even in Hytale, I'd say this could work, because the color matching is much better than, like, for instance, there's andesite, and that is it, right? Oh, so there's andesite and polished andesite, that's it. There's no andesite, I think there was not andesite bricks. There's tough bricks, yeah. So it's a bit much more variety in it, as well as then, of course, you have the half slabs, which lets you decorate even more with little, like, putting them on the side with vertical ones. Then the stairs, you know, and your wall, your beams, just a lot to decorate with. As for these fences, I really like the design of this. It almost kind of feels... The double part is a little strange, though, to be honest. Like, that it doubles up here. It's a little bit, makes it feel a little fat. But, kind of feels like a nice, almost expensive sheep. I'm just going to say, sounds strange, like sheep pen fence. But I like it. As for the cobble wall, pretty good. The pillar, also nice and pretty, too. Got a very nice color to it. Just, the sandstone sets are probably one of my favorite, honestly. Then we have the shingles. Simple shingles, works fine. Then the more complicated shingles that are stone pattern look great too. Red sandstone, I don't know how many of these you can get in-game, to be clear. I've tried to mark ones that I think are not in-game. I think red sandstone is in-game. It's also just pretty. It's so good. Then you have the ornates. Very different, as you can see. This one kind of is more simple. You don't have like the unique tops, like normal sandstone. That's fine. I'm not saying you need to have unique tops, but you know, it adds variety to the block. You know, I'm marking it because Minecraft kind of doesn't do these things. I think they might have like a few blocks, to be fair. Not 100% sure. But as you can see, let's go up here. Got the same kind of like simple design, maybe a little less blue in it. And then the shingle roof, nice. And these are kind of more simple, but I do like them. Also, the back, it's like a nice wood texture. It's good. We're going to move on to white sandstone. Much the same. You can see that it shares the same 3 blocks as normal sandstone. Not 100% sure if this is in-game. But it looks good. It shares the same... Nope, fence is different. Fence is more elven feeling, kind of. It has like an elf vibe to it. So I like it. Even though I don't like elves. Big dwarf fan here. Nice shingles. I feel like sometimes the shingles don't really feel like the material they are. They just kind of feel like they're the color of the block and then shingle. Which, you know, I mean, I'm not going to complain for shingles, but it just feels a bit odd sometimes. Also, the tiny houses in the shingles, I'm never going to unsee that. It's just there's tiny little barns there. Then we have a stone I'm not 100% sure is in the game. So I should mark it. Because I was checking around to look for it. But this is called Aqua stone, which is kind of very similar to Prismarine in Minecraft. Again, gonna be comparing this to Minecraft purely because the previous stone review was about how they weren't very consistent. And so far, it's pretty consistent. We have the normal stone. We have the cobble. We have the brick. The brick is so nice looking. I love it. Just look at that. Very beautiful. Then you have the decorative. Oh, just these outlines, that shading, that color. It's probably another one of my favorite sets. This brick right here is just... Wow, look at that. This is like a ridiculously deep color. Just not something you could easily get in Minecraft. Or like even Terraria. Like, I can't think of a lot of block games that have this color palette to it. This game is very good with their color palette, and then there's also these like wave textures, good accents like in corners maybe of like your build. So like you build like boop boop boop, and well, do a 3 block, so something like this. You want to do them too much, so maybe like bam bam and not really. Kind of just playing around with them, you know. Something like that, a little bit of mix. I don't know. You can figure something out. Then, of course, you'll hop up. Just get like a brush out so we don't highlight everything. Yeah, I like the fence. Feels almost, what is it? From Zoran's from Zelda, I believe. Kind of has that vibe. It's very nice. Very good looking. Then you have this almost like sunshine. Almost kind of reminds me of the Rising Sun Japanese. Like this little bit right here. Has that vibe almost. It's just very nice pillar design. We then have these really nice looking shingles. I'd say, personally, this one feels like it would be good for a, like, a shrine build in, like, a Japanese shrine. I can't remember what they're called at the moment. I apologize. But the brick roof, kind of more simple, more normal feeling. Not just like, it has like a style that's like, this is the style it's going for, you know? Some blocks are more generic. Some blocks are more like, that's what that feels like, you know? So this just, it feels good. I like the set a lot. This one's pretty good. All 4 of these are pretty good, I would say. Just like solid building sets. Then we go to Calcite. Calcite has a interesting color to me. Because it almost doesn't work in the game. It feels too silver blue. Like it doesn't blend with the grass well. But maybe this is because it grows in a specific biome. There's like a biome it's specific to, in which case it blends with that grass or whatever well. So I'm not going to knock it, obviously. Not to mention this game literally just came out, so I can't knock it anyways. Then we have calcite brick. I like it. It's good. Feels almost a little bit broken up. Does it permanently loop? It permanently loops, doesn't it? Yeah, it's just a simple loop. That's fine. This one has a unique top as well, and a unique bottom. I do think this is a good accent block for, I don't know, anything, really. Maybe not this. Maybe not that combo. But, you know, very good retainer block. It's weird Hytale sometimes does that. Nice floor, mosaic right there. Good, maybe even like a fake window on like the ceiling. Be good for that. Up here, we have the most interesting brick wall that I've seen so far. It's just some, like, weird nonsense going on. Interesting. Not sure where I'd use it, though. What's the connection, like, in a corner look like? Yeah, it looks a bit messy, but it's interesting. Also, weird thing about it. Makes metal noises when broken. Not 100% sure it's in the game. As I said, I feel like that'd be something that happens because it's not in the game. Obviously not sure, though. By what I mean by not in the game is it's in the creative menu, and you can find it in here. Oh, we're doing a glitchy thing where we don't get our tools anymore. Whatever. We can resolve that later, but yeah, it would show up, the creative menu would show up here, but it's broken. Sometimes when you load into world, it just doesn't load, which I had on the first time I joined creative. And I was like, does creative mode just not work? And it's like, no, it works. Works pretty well. Then we have the cobble shingle. Okay, you know, that's fine. Not like a huge fan of these. They look too marbly, and they just don't look like... I don't feel like I would ever see marble shingles in real life. That just seems absurd. But it works. I think you could maybe get some like weird mansion vibes with this for like an obscure, odd mansion. This one technically isn't stone. Obviously, this is gold. But I was like, you know, it's close enough. It's a metal block. It's got the stylings too. The only thing that's missing is you don't have natural gold. I mean, you kind of do. I guess you have gold ore, but that's not really the same. And then cobble gold, which doesn't exist, obviously. So I marked these as white because it's like I don't expect them to have cobbled gold, not stone. So, you know, it's different, but it's not something I'd be like, oh, you should have this kind of thing. I love how it's textured. This is a very good decorative block. This is a very good smooth one, and this is very good ornate. All three of these are amazing. As you can see, the pillars and bases are good too. Just look at that ornate. It feels ornate and like decadent. This, like, it almost feels kind of like when writing does that, like, this is the Solar Empire or some nonsense that's like, yeah, these guys are crazy. And they're just like the red, black, and gold coloring that you get sometimes get in like evil factions. It has that vibe to it almost. It's good. This is where we get into stuff that I know for a fact is not in the game. This is ledgestone. It is the weirdest set, I believe, of all the sets that exists in the creative menu. For instance, its brick form, sorry, its cobble form is this, which does not look like cobble. Its brick form is just brick. It also has interesting, like, texture changes based on where you place it. So, like, as you can see, it does that thing Minecraft does with some blocks, where you place something similar, it just has a simply different texture. Minecraft kind of does that really, really rarely. These three are okay. They feel a little too light. Like, I feel like I'm looking at hazy, like a haze, but again, not a finished set, so no critique really. But they're neat. Kind of has that same weird wall that I'm not really a fan of. It has like a normal one. It's good. And then, yeah, it has the pillars, but not the actual... It has a pillar basis, but not the actual pillars. This is the first one with the cobble pillar, though, which is why I've marked all the rest of them red, as you can see. There are a few like this. As you can see, the next one will be limestone. Limestone has a nice prettiness to it, but I'm also pretty sure it doesn't generate naturally. Looks good for, like, church stuff and mosaics. Has a good vibe to it. The three here, while still light, like this one, don't have the issue of blending in too much, so they feel fine enough. This one maybe is a bit odd. I don't really know what it's going for, but I'm sure it could be used in something. Again, copy of that one, but again, this isn't a finished set. You can tell because it's missing the pillar middle. The fence is a bit odd. It works. Nothing to say about it, though. It's not really finished. Next up, marble. Marble is an interesting one, in my opinion, because cobbled marble looks very nicely constructed for being cobbled marble, but I get it. Marble is a very ornate. Sorry, this is default marble, my apologies. Default marble is interesting. I don't actually know if marble looks like this in real life, but it certainly looks cool. Cobbled marble is this one, which, yes, it looks very built up for cobbled marble. Again, not complaining about that, just saying. And it has a very good path top. I love that all the cobbles can be used for paths pretty well. Like you can see, it has a nice repeating texture. That just, like, works. The ornate three... the three bricks are good. You have this, like, nice outline, followed by this nice, just smooth brick, and then, of course, the unique. Just works perfectly well. They all look nice together, in my opinion, and look great. As you can then see, we have a nice, like, little branded stone brick. It's very nice. It's a little different from that, which is not typically how they do it as far as I know. Yeah, typically it's just the lower pattern. But this is like marble special, because marble is the fancy stone, you know, kind of vibes. The only thing that I'm not, like, a huge fan of with the marble set is the walls just look a bit silly. They look nonsense. You get this very polished top, and then you just have, like, this kind of weird, almost cobble-looking texture on the bottom. Just a bit odd blend. Then, of course, you have the rail. Looks fine, in my opinion. Doesn't really have the issue of some of them where they double up and look fat. Then we have the oddest choice. Also, the pillars to be first. Clear, it looks great. Can't go wrong with a marble pillar. The weirdest choice that we have is black roofs for cobble and white roofs for brick. Now, this looks good. Like, I like it. It's good. It looks basalt-like, almost, which, okay, sure. You know, basalt and marble commonly paired together. They're yin-yang kind of vibes, opposites, so they work. So, it's good. It's just weird, because you're like, oh, it's the marble set. Why is the roof black? But, you know, excuse it because it looks nice. And I think it works fine. But then you have the brick, which they look like marble shingles. And if I had to guess, I don't think marble shingles are a thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they feel a bit more like iron plates, which is a bit, you know, odd. But hey, it's interesting. I'm not sure where I'd use it. I'm not like a perfect builder, mind you, but just like as a vibes, I'm not really sure where it'd go. Next up, we have Shale. Shale is another common stone. This one is, I think, one of the ones you find in the taiga. It's just like dig down like an inch, you'll find it. Beautiful cobble. I love it. Also can do good paths, can do good walls too. It's just like a very good versatile cobble. Brick, good too. Bam, 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 bam. Nice brick. And the three ornates are fine, in my opinion. Just like that. Very good smooth. Very interesting, like, almost dimpling that you could use for accents. And a nice little, like, floor piece. Perfect. Sorry, liner piece where you'd line on the floor. Then you have the stairs. Yeah, this is the most interesting one because it adds, like, iron to it. So it almost looks like gates. Like, this would be something you'd see in, like, a cemetery, almost. Kind of vibe. That's good. I like it. Nice uniqueness to it. The wall itself works fine. Do these stack? They do. Yeah, see, like a cemetery vibe. Has almost a cemetery look. They go well together, in fact. So, perfect, in my opinion. Pillar. Interesting pillar. I don't think I'd ever use it. It's just too... I don't know where you'd put this. It's too dark. I don't feel like it'd fit well with stuff. You know, but hey. Maybe I'm not creative enough. But it's nice it's added. Options are good. Variety is good. Like, this is amazing. Once again, kind of a plate look. They're shingles, but it's just like the cobble shingles, or I like them a bit more. That's just my opinion. Then we have volcanic rock. You find this in, what, the Deadlands, I think? Yeah, typically when you're mining around. 3 ornates. Good. Cobble itself. I think it makes a good path, right? Not so... maybe like for a town. This feels more like a town path than like a natural path. Like, we're walking around... Yeah, this one also feels a bit too town-like. These feel more like town paths. These last 3. But, since I forgot to rate them again. This is good. This is great. This one so far, you know, I think it does fine. It's good. Guys, we can see much the same up here, blah, blah, blah. We're getting into, like, these little, like, nice accents on the thing. I'm not against that. I just feel like... Whoops. Shoot. Well, I can't replace it, but you know what it looked like. Crap. Well, yeah. But it's good looking. It works fine. Okay, then, of course, we have... Next up is an interesting one. Ocean clay. Again, also don't think this one's in the game. But nice, cool textures. Maybe the coloring's a bit strange. But it has, like, good stuff going on. Much the same as the other ocean-themed one. But the most interesting part are these shingles are just nice looking. They have these little holes in them. I think are... I don't know what they belong to, but they look good. I think it's okay. I mean, I don't know if it's finished, but I think it works fine. Slate. So Slate is an interesting one because it is generating in the game, but it lacks a lot of things, specifically bricks. It just lacks... There are no slate bricks, which is strange because... You could say much the same with marble, like making marble bricks is a bit odd, but like slate bricks would, you know, be similarly odd, but neat looking. As such, it lacks much of this for some reason, so it's the most inconsistent one, I'd say, of the ones that I know that are done. So you have the stairs, look good. You have the fence, I like it too. Got that nice kind of dark vibe to it, and the shingles, very good. This is another one that I know for a fact is not finished. Peachstone. There's a cobble peachstone, which looks more like a brick. And then there is brick peachstone, which is clearly a brick. For some reason, this one is missing a stair, which is strange. But hey, it's not finished, so you know. And no middle pillar, but there's a base, so it's interesting. Interesting colors. I can see why it's not finished. It just is very bright. It almost kind of reminds me of how granite stands out like crazy in Minecraft. It's just a little too something. It's just a little too much. This one is interesting because as you can see, there's like a little flower design, but that actually is because it has changing textures when you place it, as you can see. Again, these textures are based off where you place it, so if I just keep replacing this one, it's always the same. Which could be annoying, could not be. But I feel like this is just like they were testing that kind of feature. So it makes sense. Next up, we have another interesting one. These are runic bricks. There are 3 sets of runic. There are blue runic. Blue runic only have this middle runic brick, brick half slab, brick stairs, brick beam, brick wall, and brick base. All a little strange looking. But maybe they're like for a dungeon or something. Not 100% sure yet. Then, of course, you have Runic Brick, which is the normal one. It's not blue anymore. So this is like the dyed one. This is the Runic brick. Okay. This block is very strange. It's definitely not finished. Again, neither of these two seem to be finished. But it almost has like a druidic kind of vibe to it. It's good if it like layered maybe in like corners, because I feel like that's what it's trying to do. It's like a 2x2. So this feels like another one they were testing to see if they could do merging textures of some kind, where like they merge into 4 like that. But obviously, that's just a hypothesis. Then we have the cobble, which is very cobble-like, and the brick, which feels more cobble than the brick, but, you know. We have the beam, we have the wall, and we have the base. Simple textures, simple work, looks good. It's just, you know, not finished. Then we have the dark blue runic brick, which is the most interesting one. Because it also has that tile texture kind of thing going on that we're doing, but there's just weirdness to it. Again, not finished, so can't really blame them. It's in the creative menu, though, so I want to showcase it, because it's just like, wow, you have all this already? Kind of stuff. And, yeah, it's much the same as the last one. Then we move to dark runic brick, which is not really dark. It's instead light. Again, much the same. Just instead a light blue color. And lastly, but not least, the most complex and strange oddity of the stones, which we're not going to call, it's not technically stone, but it's a stone, in my opinion, because clay brick usually counts as kind of a stone, but it is marked as a soil, so I you know, whatever, hey, is clay. So normal clay, looks great. Obviously there's not cobbled clay, just clay, so, you know, none of that. Not really a big deal. Then there's clay brick. Okay, interesting. It's a bit strange, because I think clay brick sometimes generates naturally, and that's very strange, in my opinion, when it does. I think it's usually, like, in the ocean. I've seen it. It just kind of looks like chunks of that. It looks very weird. You've got all the clay sets here. Nothing crazy. No roofs or anything. I hope it does expand, because I like clay. I think it's very good texture, and I wanted to see some, like, clay shingles, clay stuff like that. That's why I have them marked like that. The most interesting part is it's dyed. And this has Minecraft syndrome. We're not going to show you the back piece yet, because I just want you to, like, feel the essence of these colors real quick. It's like, okay, look good, a little dull. They remind me of, like, old Minecraft dyed clay, where it's, like, a bit discolored, a bit weird. But then and then it does the same similar thing as Minecraft did, where you refine them, and they're just different colors completely from what the other color is. It's not consistent in the colors. Got like this bright light green that's like a bit more of like a puke green. Got this deep brown, lighter brown. Got this almost yellow tan, this like more like ocean tan. It's a bit strange. Not gonna knock them because what? This is 4, 8, 12 different colors versus 12 colors. It's like there's a lot going on. So they don't obviously have them. And I imagine maybe one day they want to do a set for each of these, which would be ridiculous to be clear. But it would be awesome. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys all the different stones in Hytale because honestly, the building opportunities with these are amazing, as you can see. There's just so much building material of just stone. This is lacking wood, this is lacking soils, this is lacking all kinds of stuff. This is just the stones we have for the game. On their own, the stone by itself, just like default stone, is impressive amount of stone. Like, this is a wild amount of stuff you can build, just stone, to be clear. And then you have that copied across many, many, many sets, and you just have so much to build with. So, it's great. I'm very hyped to see what Hytale comes up with in the future. To see them maybe complete more sets or add more sets or stuff like that. But, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just want to do a little stone overview and a little review of all the stones and show them off for building ideas. Because it really helped me figure out, wow, I love these sandstones. I want to grab them from the game. So, you know, yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video, and, have a good one. Bye-bye.